अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन वस्सलातु वस्सलामु अला अशरफिल अंबिया'i नबीना मुहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम व अला आलिहि व अस्हाबिहि अजमाइन व मन तबिअहुम बि ihsan इला यौमिद्दीन। अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। रब्बि यस्सिर व ला तुअस्सिर व तम्मिम बिल खैर। रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। Ameen. Okay, so my dear, for chapter 7, we are revising for tomorrow's mock. Chapter 7, here you can see these bullet points notes will help you, my dear. You can read from the book also. You can refer to these notes also. If you want, you can make your own notes. That was my style. It helps me always, my own handwriting. When I'm reading from 2, 3 sources, then I'll take my paper pen and I'll write for myself, bullet points only. Okay, that is for memory. If someone thinks that I mess up, so for that, those bullet points notes on with your own hand will help you, okay, when you keep revising from there. But if you want to have a full-fledged time to practice for time management, then you have to write the full answer. Okay? So wherever you're struggling, if you're struggling with time management, then write full answers in the past paper booklet. But if you're struggling with the information, you mess up with the information, then your own handwriting, in your own handwriting, bullet points will help you. Okay? So these bullet points will definitely you can read from here. False prophets may again they have made bullet points, but sometimes maybe you feel that okay, something is missing here, and you read from the book and you can add here. Refer to the books. What I have uploaded on MS Teams. Let me open MS Teams just a minute. I'll give you um MS Teams. Have you seen MS Teams? I have uploaded the books. Let me right now open any NB for example. ये देखिए 10B, ठीक है। 10B में you go to Islamic Studies channel IGCSE and you go to files. Learning resources में resource books, इसमें तहसील सीरीज है सिर्फ। ये देखें लर्निंग्स रिसोर्स वन में आई डोंट नो व्हाई इट इज लाइक दैट, वो उसको डिलीट कर देती हूँ वो चैनल। ये देखिए सील नेक्टर है, बल्कि इवन जो इस्लामियत की बुक है आपकी, देखिए ये भी यहाँ पे अपलोड की हुई है मैंने, ये वाली बुक। अगर किसी के पास नहीं है, यू कैन यूज दिस ऑल्सो, ठीक है। अभी तो सबके पास है ना अपनी अपनी, इसलिए मैं इसको बंद कर रही हूँ। अच्छा, अदर देन दिस, बायोग्राफी ऑफ उस्मान, बायोग्राफी ऑफ अबू बकर रदियल्लाहु अन्हु, ठीक है। लेटेस्ट जनरल क्वेश्चन ऑन हदीस, अभी अभी कुछ somebody was asking me, let's open this
Yes.
general। हाँ
Will you give general question again?
हाँ, ये वाला ना, Ali
नहीं
was
मतलब
asking me, Ali, are
इन
you there? Do you have this hard copy? I
Yeah,
remember I
miss. No,
distributed, huh?
no, miss. I don't have this.
I don't know. I distributed in the class myself before your first term test. When you had first term, na, in the first term midterm test, one
Ali,
day before that, I, huh?
Do you have the notes booklet of paper two?
This is different,
I only have
No,
Rayhan.
miss,
paper one, not
it's
paper
also
two.
in this, also in the notes booklet of paper two. It's also there.
The same,
The
this
same
one.
thing.
it's not the
Yes,
same
it
though.
is there.
It's
It
not the same, I think.
No, miss, I saw it. It's the same. I can
नहीं
wait.
बेटे,
1 second. Wait.
send me a
It's only
picture
two or
from
three
there.
questions are there, not the whole thing.
The question will be there, but I remember in the booklet, the old booklet, there are some ahadith which are not correct. I mean, in
अच्छा
this
हाँ yes
question,
yes ठीक है.
हाँ, तो मैंने बताया था कि वहां से नहीं प्रिपेयर करना। आई एम सो सॉरी फॉर दैट। इसमें कुछ हदीस हैं जो रैंडम है कहीं से भी, बट हियर दे से फ्रॉम द सेट हदीस, सेट हदीस का मतलब है दोस्त 20 हदीस बेटे ओनली। ठीक है, अब देखिए इसमें कौन सी हदीस डाली हुई है? मोडेस्टी
मिस
प्रोड्यूसेस नथिंग बट गुड। इज इट इन द सेट 20 हदीस?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
हाँ, no one eats
Hadith
better food
17.
than which he eats out of the work of his, बोल्ड में की हुई है हदीस ना, ताकि आपको इजीली पता चल जाए। इज इट फ्रॉम द सेट 20 हदीस? यस।
Yes.
ठीक है,
Hadith
गॉड
9.
डज
मिस ये
नॉट
आंसर डिफरेंट है,
हाँ
क्योंकि क्योंकि मिस
हाँ
मैंने देखा था नोट्स बुकलेट पर, मैंने आपको मैसेज भेजा था कि दिस वर्ल्ड इज अ बिलीवर्स प्रिजन एंड डिसबिलीवर्स पैराडाइज, इसे ऐड
हाँ
कर सकते हैं इस क्वेश्चन में?
हाँ
तो डिफरेंट है वो, ये ऐड नहीं है उसमें।
हाँ बिल्कुल किस में? देखो जो पास पेपर मैंने कहा है रयान, मुझे पिक्चर भेजो आपकी बुकलेट में कौन सी है क्वेश्चन, जो
Miss
मुझे
was
लगता है।
different.
हाँ ना, और उसमें हो सकता है इफ यू फिगर आउट there are maybe some quotations which are not related to set ahadith, वो बाहर से है इसलिए वो सही नहीं होगा आंसर। ठीक है, यहाँ से आप करें, ये वाला आंसर करें। एंड दिस इज अ सैंपल। ठीक है, फ्रॉम द सेट हदीस यू हैव स्टडीड
Ali, mute your
आउटलाइन द
mic.
प्रॉफिट्स टीचिंग्स। देखिए ये सिंपली क्या क्वेश्चन है, आउटलाइन प्रॉफिट्स टीचिंग्स ऑन इंडिविजुअल कंडक्ट। ठीक है, तो आप हदीस कोट करें, ये पूछा था ना कि कैसे उसको लिखना है। ठीक है,
मिस
ये
जो आप
जस्ट
बात कर रही है ना
जी,
कि डिफरेंट हदीस, वो पार्ट बी का है, वो कुछ और है।
मुझे पिक्चर खींच के भेज सकते हो
जी जी, एक मिनट मैं आपको भेजता हूँ।
पार्ट ए की, जो नोट्स बुकलेट में आंसर है। ठीक है, अच्छा, दिस वे वील गिव अ स्टार्ट। ठीक है, छोटा सा स्टार्ट आप ले लें। हदीस ऑफ प्रोफेसर इज अ बीकन ऑफ गाइडेंस for both individual and social conduct. The prophet through his sayings, it could be anything kind of like that. वो compilation of hadith की बात नहीं शुरू कर देनी यहाँ पे। ठीक है, तो you just go through with little 2 3 sentences that how hadith guides us in all walks of our life, and then you start talking about individual conduct wali hadith, because they say outline prophet's teaching on individual conduct. How a person individually benefits from prophet's hadith, or how a person guides an individual in Islam. किसी भी तरह से you understand कि they are asking you your individual conduct. ठीक है,
मिस भेज
तो
दिया आपको।
अच्छा ठीक है, so then you at least learn 5 ahadith. देखें, तो you quote a hadith and then explain it, quote a
Miss,
hadith and then explain it like this. ठीक है
miss,
जी,
can
ये
a
सोशल
question
कंडक्ट
come?
पे हैं जी।
Can a question come which asks you to write on particular hadith, like in passages, it tells you to write on Surah Anam, Surah Fussilat?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, I haven't seen any question like that. But for passages, yes, they give like there are 2 3 examples before also where they give specific passage. ठीक है ना, so it has come. But here देखो अली, passages में तो they have given just the name. इसमें हदीस कैसे दे देंगे पूरी, फिर आपसे क्या मांगेंगे वो? You understand? In the
Yes.
passages they have just given the passage name, but still you had to remember the points and you had to quote from the passage. ठीक है, so there is no issue in giving names. But here how can they give you the hadith and then say give the teachings? Hadith itself is the teaching na, and if they give hadith it's easy for you, you explain, you have already prepared all 20 hadith for question number 1. You understand,
Yes,
Ali?
yes, miss.
If they give you, it is easy for you actually.
Miss, I have another question for this thing.
जी जी
Miss, for the general question, when you quote the hadith from the syllabus and then you explain it, it doesn't have to be specifically like, I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't have to be specifically from the theme of part A or B, right? You can mix both, right?
theme of part A and B, I couldn't understand.
I mean, like example,
As you write in
like you can mix part A and B, right?
नहीं, it depends on question बेटे, please. Explanation depends on question. For example, here, like suppose this question is asking, outline the main teachings of hadith you have studied. Outline the main teachings they are saying. Outline the main teachings. हाउ कैन यू राइट द प्रैक्टिसेस? बताएं जरा मुझे। आपने बस टीचिंग्स बतानी है। दिस इज प्योरली पार्ट ए ओनली।
अच्छा अच्छा
5
ठीक।
अहादीस लिखे और उसकी पार्ट ए लिखे बस, काइंड ऑफ। ठीक है। लेकिन
अच्छा।
एक क्वेश्चन जो आई थिंक पिछले एग्जाम में मैंने पूछा था, राइट, द टर्म 1 एग्जाम, there also I
ब्रदरहुड।
had asked you the hadith question, but that question was that how hadith of Prophet ﷺ help Muslims in the community, or how the community gets benefit of Muslims of Prophet's hadith. तो उसमें benefits है ना, तो benefits only come when you practice, है ना? So then
Yes.
the explanation was different. It was not simple part A kind of explanation. So I can't give you, exact explanation. It depends on the question. जी बेटे. Yes, Ibrahim.
Miss, in this can we add, like as it says over there, that it encourages Muslims and is required to wish for the welfare. Can we also add should?
Where? In the teachings?
Yes.
No, avoid it. यहाँ देखें कहीं should लगा हुआ है? आप पढ़ के देखें ये पूरा आंसर.
पढ़ा मिस मगर उसमें बस बेसिकली यही तो सेम तरह के लिए उसने लिखा हुआ है कि encourages and
कहाँ
required.
लिखा हुआ है?
बस ये देखिए मिस, none of you believes until he
Prophet
wants for
ﷺ
his
has
welfare.
always encouraged the bond. वो encourages और वो जो थे ना वो पार्ट, वो देखो वो उसकी इम्पोर्टेंस बताते हैं, ठीक है? तो ये तो वैसे बात हो रही है कि Prophet ﷺ encouraged the bond of
बस इसकी
brotherhood
लास्ट
among
लाइन देखें
Muslims.
इस पैराग्राफ की.
ठीक है?
A
हाँ,
Muslim is required to wish for the
हाँ,
welfare.
हाँ. Of his Muslim is required to. It is its duty. The Hadith teaches us. Hadith की ये teaching है कि मुस्लिम रिक्वायर्ड, जब हम कहते हैं ना मुस्लिम इज रिक्वायर्ड टू डू समथिंग, इब्राहिम, इसका मतलब ये उसकी ड्यूटी है, उसको ऐसे करना है। जब आप लिख रहे हो ना कि मुस्लिम शुड डू दिस, तो उसका मतलब इट्स अ सजेशन दैट यू कैन डू इन दिस वे। आर यू गेटिंग द डिफरेंस बेटे?
Yes, miss, thank you.
यहाँ पे हमने ये बतानी है टीचिंग्स। टीचिंग का मतलब प्रोफेसर हम आपको टीच करें कि ये करो ड्यूटी के तौर पे। वी बिलीव दिस इज आवर ड्यूटी टू डू दिस वे। ठीक है। बट जो है ना कि हाउ मुस्लिम कैन प्रैक्टिस इट, तो उसमें फिर सजेशन आ सकते हैं, वी शुड डू दिस, वी कैन डू दिस, इस तरह से टर्म्स जो हैं। पार्ट ए और बी का बेसिकली फर्क इज यही है। पार्ट ए इज काइंड ऑफ आर ड्यूटीज, व्हाट हदीस टीचेस, व्हाट वी बिलीव। ठीक है, व्हाट वी बिलीव कि इफ वी डू दिस वी विल गेट पैराडाइज, इफ वी डू दिस सोसाइटी विल बी लाइक दिस, इस तरह के सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर आएंगे पार्ट ए में। टीचिंग भी यही है उसकी। पार्ट बी जो है वो फिर डिफरेंट है। बेनिफिट्स अगर पूछेंगे इस तरह से, देन इट इज डिफरेंट। It encourages Muslims to be kind. Prophet ﷺ said this. This hadith outlines the importance of neighbors. It encourages Muslims to be kind and polite. Uh,
मिस,
जी।
ऐसा कोई क्वेश्चन आ सकता है जिसपे वो बेसिकली ऐसे पूछे कि हाउ कैन मुस्लिम्स पुट दीस टीचिंग्स इनटू एक्शन, यानी इसमें इस क्वेश्चन 2 पे.
हम्म। नहीं, दीज टीचिंग तो नहीं आएगा, उसमें यही आएगा जैसे मैंने अभी आपसे कहा कि वो, क्योंकि अहादीस तो दे विल नॉट गिव यू ना, दे विल नॉट गिव यू अहादीस, they will give you just the question. So hadith you have to pick up. So they will not say these ahadith, right? So they will say कि whatever Prophet ﷺ guides on social conduct, or maybe as a community, how it benefits them. So then you can give the benefits, how we get after practicing them.
तो बस बेसिकली पार्ट बी का भी आ सकता है.
हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल आ सकता है, बट क्वेश्चन ध्यान से समझना है आपने। यहाँ पे भी अगर आप इसको, बल्कि अगर आपको कहीं से कोई इस तरह से नजर आ जाए तो उसको आप चेंज कर सकते हैं।
दे शुड वर्क फॉर द ईज ऑफ देयर पीपल.
हम्म।
Yes, we can choose our own hadiths, right?
Yes, definitely. This is sample. But please choose correctly that it should be, um, यानी if it is a communal life तो community वाली हदीस ही लेनी है, where, uh, how will you decide it is communal or individual? look at the effect of practicing that. If it is more on community, if the other people are involved, that is social hadith, social life way. Okay? And if it is more on your, because every hadith in some way will be individual, in some way will be social, but more effect comes on individual or on social. That you will decide. Okay? Any other question from this? Are we done with this general question from hadith?
Yes.
Hmm.
We don't have to quote the entire hadith, right?
क्यों इस तरह के कोड कर लें छोटी छोटी वाली ले लें पहले
Yes, अगर बड़ी hadith है उसका थोड़ा सा पार्ट लिख दिया सही है
हाँ ठीक है बट वो पार्ट शुड बी कंप्लीट इन इटसेल्फ यानी इट शुड गिव अ कंप्लीट सेंस ठीक है गिव मी एनी एग्जांपल व्हिच हदीस यू वांट टू टेक आउट ऑफ इट
जैसे कि मैं वो मार्टिडम वाली
हाँ हाँ नहीं
बहुत लंबी
मार्टिडम
है
वाली कैसे क्या कौन सी हदीस है वो
वन सेकंड हदीस
फॉर
8 है
एग्जांपल
शायद
इफ इट इज द वेयर प्रोफेसर हैज एक्सपेंडेड द स्कोप ऑफ मार्टिडम है ना
हम्म,
So then you have to give all possible ways na which Prophet ﷺ has given. Then it will be fruitful. Okay, he said this is also martyrdom, this is also martyrdom, this is also martyrdom. ठीक है?
Miss,
Yes.
Miss, in the past paper booklet, Miss, in one of the papers, it says, referring to the set hadith, write about the benefits to the community of following the Prophet's guidance. So,
This is
maybe
the
you have to write
exact
about application,
question
right?
I had given you in term one exam. Same question I asked you.
Yeah, Miss. So we have to mainly write about the application of the hadith, right, in daily life.
Exactly. And how that application, when we practice that hadith, how it benefits Muslim. ठीक है?
Yes,
Which
Miss.
paper is this?
Miss, 2021 October November.
Have you seen the marking scheme?
Yeah, Miss. But it just it was like not very understandable. I
क्यों?
also asked you in class.
My dear. हाँ तो हमने ये क्लास में भी डिस्कस कर लिया हुआ है ना और ये सेम
Yeah, Miss. I
क्वेश्चन है
was clearing it up
which
again.
shall I explain again?
Yeah, Miss.
Tell me the paper number.
It's 0493 21 October November 21.
2021
Yeah,
October
October November
November
21. Yeah.
उसको 21 नहीं बोलो उसको 21 बोलो because it's mixed with the year then.
Okay,
21
Miss.
October November 21 okay because it is component 21 is a year but 21 is a component के paper 2 component 1 ठीक है this one
Yes, Miss. Yeah. Question number 2.
hmm. Referring to the set hadith, write about the benefits to the community of following Prophet's guidance. ठीक है? So in response to this question, candidate need to refer to the set hadith. ये पहली बात है. You have to take the hadith from the set one. ठीक है? They can use hadith related to individual conduct and देखो वो कह रहे हैं कि you have to write benefits that how community gets benefit when we practice. So in this question they are saying the person may take the candidate may take individual conduct hadith related to individual conduct ठीक है but he has to clearly explain that how as there is a link between personal conduct and how that in turn impacts the community. As I said, every hadith may be individual and may be social. For example, if you earn halal, Mujib, if you are earning
Yeah,
halal
Miss.
money, है ना, as Prophet ﷺ said, hadith number 9 उन्होंने example दी हुई है. It's about earning from labor of one's hard work. Okay? What do you
Yeah.
think? It's individual or social?
It's both, but it's mainly individual.
Mainly individual है ना कि how you
Yeah.
are earning money this is your own matter but will it affect the community
Yeah,
ultimately
cause
if
yeah,
you
it
are
will.
taking bribe hmm? Will it
Yeah.
affect the society
Yes, miss. It'll
How?
promote haram.
नहीं, other than haram. Haram is for you. You are taking bribe and you are eating from that, you are eating haram. How it is harmful or beneficial for the society? Haram तो आपके लिए है ना? Other than promoting haram, what benefit or what harm the society will have due to bribe?
Miss, like more people will do it, and it will like ultimately like lead to more people disobeying Allah.
No, not at all. How
The
more people
community
will
won't
be?
be
जी
safe.
बेटे, हाँ जी, कौन बताना चाह रहे हैं? ब्राइबरी का क्या फायदा या नुकसान है सोसाइटी को?
Miss, the poor will stay poor and the rich will stay rich.
How, Rayan?
Because as you're exploiting one another and cheating one another, the
Bete, I'm
the
not
money,
talking about cheating. I'm talking about bribery. What is
yeah,
bribery?
Miss,
bribery means you're like cheating one another, right?
No, not at all.
It's like buying your way out of something, right?
आपको ब्राइब का मतलब नहीं पता? हमजा, आप
मिस
बताएं.
मिस अगर आप मतलब किसी से वो लो रिश्वत तो
Say in
आप
English.
किसी
Is there
और
anyone
का हक
who doesn't understand Urdu? Arafa है class में? Maggot is
मुस्लिम
there. Maggot is
अच्छा
there. Please English. Yes. Sorry.
uh,
Maggot, you could
um,
have raised your hand. I told you in the class also. Yes, Hamza.
miss if you take a bribe from someone you're like for example if uh, you get a bribe for someone else's job so you're basically taking what he deserves and then like
Yes, yes, you are right, Hamza. So
miss
actually, what is bribe? Basically, it's a money or any benefit given to a person for taking a wrong advantage, for taking any undue advantage. Suppose you give me bribe, huh? Miss, give us A star, and then we'll give you this money or this whatever, right? This is bribe. If you don't deserve A star and I give you A star grade, this is bribe. What you don't deserve and you try to get it through unfair means. This is bribe. Now, what will happen? Now, taking those A stars, you may go to a good university and there you will use bribe and you will pass the university. And finally, you will get a job or you will get a project which you don't deserve because you don't have capacity to do that project because that A star is not yours. Similarly, for a job, there is a job vacancy, right? You want to get that job and you don't deserve, you don't have that degree actually to do that work, right? But you give bribe and you get that job. Now you are not able to perform well on that job. Maybe what if it is engineering? So you are making engineering projects and they are getting flop because you are not proper engineer. So, and in similarly in a team, like cricket team or football team, okay? So you are not capable of playing in a national team, but you bribe somebody and they take you in the team. Now you are not able to perform, and the match is lost due to you only, right? So then the whole nation is suffering, isn't it?
जी miss
Yeah, miss. Yeah.
If there is a school and there is a principal vacancy and somebody bribes and get on the position of principal, but she or he is not making right decision that an educator should make, the whole student community, whole teaching community will suffer. Is that clear, bete?
Yeah.
So in this way, it's not that it is promoting haram. That's why bribery is harmful. That impact because the person is not uh, capable of that post and he is getting that uh, post. So he will not be able to serve the community as he has to be doing. Okay? So
Miss,
this
may I
way,
add?
yes, Vanya.
Miss, and the people who deserve it won't get it, so
Ha. And they will
it would
have,
affect
that
their career.
hatred feeling in their hearts. Yes.
You're taking opportunities from one another.
But undue, right? Undue in wrong way.
Miss, I have another
Similar.
question.
Acha, wait. For this, you can even expand more. Bribery is just one example of haram earning. Riba is another. What you were saying, Rayan, you were saying poor will be poorer and the rich will be richer. That is the harm of riba, yani interest. ठीक है, usury. So when people take usury, they take money, extra money on loan, and then the poor get poorer and the rich get richer, right? Due to that haram money. It's haram, but actually it is negative. It has negative impact on the society. So that's negative impacts you have to highlight in that case. ठीक है? But we are talking about कि if every person is honest and working hard to get their earning, then there will be no negative impact on the community and the community will get benefit. You have to link by explaining in this way the benefits to the community. Okay?
Miss,
जी.
this question is not related to question 2 or 1. It's related to 3, 4, and 5.
Hmm.
Miss, can there be a question combining both articles of faith, like sorry, pillars of faith, like Hajj and Hajj and Salah? Like, can there be a
It might
question?
be. It might be. Right now, my dear all. DEA वाला dear के DEE वाला dear.
DEAL.
You are like DEER वाला dear. Anyways, not you, मतलब you all. देखो, I have explained you many times for these exam, for my tomorrow's exam, you go through the past paper. Whatever is in the past paper, that is the possibility to come. Now, assuming that can it be like this, can it be like this, keep it for IGCSE exam. ठीक है? So if you're asking for IGCSE exam, yes, they can do anything. They can ask anything. Somebody was asking me yesterday, can there be two questions from one caliph? Yani, yes, we know that there can be two questions from caliphs. Maybe one is on Hazrat Ali, one is on Hazrat Umar. But can there be two questions on Hazrat Umar? Somebody was asking me this yesterday. So I replied, for tomorrow's exam, it is not possible because it has never come in any past paper like that. But for IGCSE, you can expect anything. That's why for IGCSE, we will not compromise on anything. Okay? We will prepare everything.
Miss, I'm asking because apparently there was a question where, like, it said give an account of give an account of the significance of Eid al-Adha, which is a prayer topic, and give an account and also the significance of Day of
Yeah.
Arafah, which
So
is
they can
Hajj.
ask.
So
Yes, they can ask. Even I remember I gave you one question in a midterm exam paper. The question was how the pillars of Islam, fasting and prayer, bring Muslims closer to God and closer to other human beings. This was a 10 marks question. So you had to write about the benefits of fasting and benefits of prayer. I remember I asked you this question and we had explained it in the class. So there
Yes, in the
can be two
previous
two
mock,
pillars together.
you also gave a question to write on two pillars.
Sorry.
In the previous mock, you also gave a question to write on two pillars.
That's what I'm saying. ये mock में मैंने दिया था ना आपको. There was a question like that. Any other question now?
Miss, I have a question.
जी.
Miss, in a past paper, they were asking about Osama's expedition for 10 marks.
Which past paper?
So what do we write in that? It was May, June 2021.
2021, May, June. Which component?
2.
2. And where is the mark scheme of 2? Oh, do you have the mark scheme? My dear, who is asking me the question? Do you have the mark scheme? How the mark scheme is missing from?
Miss, I don't have it. Miss, you can search.
I can, yes. But I was just thinking that I had saved already. 2020, 2021?
Yes.
It's missing. Let me just recording. Just a minute. Okay, so this is the paper. Give an account of the election of Abu Bakr and the expedition he sent to Syria soon after becoming Khalifa. So there are two parts of this question. It's not only on expedition. Okay. So even if, let's suppose, they don't ask this, right? And it is only on expedition of Syria. Whatever is in the book, you just know only that. So how can you develop this answer? Can somebody guess? As a background, you can give Abu Bakr's election because this is the very first thing he did. And even, actually, it was this expedition was sent by Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam himself. है ना? So it connects back. So it has its deep roots in Abu Bakr's election. Okay, as soon
Miss,
as he
also
Ji, so as a background,
the
you have to give Abu Bakr's election and that how Prophet ﷺ, assigned it first and then why the threats were there and how. So that detail will come and it will be enough. Ji bete.
also the main cause was because of Hazrat Osama's father, Hazrat Zad,
Father.
being martyred in the Battle of Mota. So
हाँ.
you can also mention details of Battle of Mota, right?
ना details नहीं, but just as a reference.
No, sorry, no, just a small, yeah.
हाँ. As a background, you can tell that why this, cause, so you have to tell, na, anyway. So in the cause, you can tell it was the revenge of Battle of Mota and why Osama was made a leader of army because it was his father who was martyred in that battle, right? And when the people said, don't send, as the problem which Hazrat Abu Bakr faced, ke don't send him. So that all detail you can mention. ठीक है? देखिए पूरी वही डिटेल लिखी हुई है
Miss, the quote was that like how can I fold up the flag which was unfurled by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam
चलो
himself?
हाँ
Was it only this or there was more?
maybe in the book we can find more. The book also I
Just
have uploaded.
for the
Mhm.
election, they mentioned a quote,
Yes,
like Omar Zatalana said.
हाँ for election also we have 2-3 quotes of the other Sahabi's quote who stood up from Ansar. What was the name of that Sahabi?
Hazrat Bashir and Numan.
Bashir and Nu'man या Bashir bin Nu'man?
Hazrat Bashir bin Nu'man.
Bashir and Nu'man is two different information. Bashir bin Nu'man. ठीक है? So yes,
Yes.
that quote also and Hazrat Umar's quote also. Yes. तो ये अच्छा खासा it will be a good question. जी, anything else? इसका part B देख लेते हैं. Explain the most significant action Abu Bakr took as a caliph. हाँ, Megit, would you like to tell me the answer for this? What was the most significant action Abu Bakr took as a caliph?
Compilation of Quran, maybe. I think for me
Yes.
at least.
Yeah. Acha, they just stopped here only. Explain the most significant, right? So, but you take it like that as they normally ask. They ask, what do you think is the most significant action taken by Abu Bakr? Give reason for your answer, right? Mostly they ask in this way. So, even if they say explain the most significant, तो देखें the requirement is the same. They want us to write in the same way. And we didn't need to choose any one action of Abu Bakr and then as caliph and then say why, in their opinion, it was most significant. देखिए जरा. They didn't ask it here, give reason for your opinion, but they want answer in the same way. So always keep this in mind. You have to give reasoning. Okay? So why you think Mania, you said na it was compilation of Quran. Why do you think it is the most significant? Can you give me some reasons?
Because, like, if the Quran wouldn't have been compiled, then there might be some changes, like in the order or in the, like, that time many Hafaz were dying. So, like, if the Hafaz died, then the
Nee,
Quran
why you
wouldn't
are
have
mentioning
reached
that
till
many
us.
Hufaz died? Why are you mentioning this? This is a reason why he compiled Quran. This is not the reason, Vanya, why you think is the most important action by Abu Bakr. Did you understand the difference? You are telling me that most of us died. You are telling me the reason why Abu Bakr compiled Quran. We are not answering for that. We are answering why we think compilation of Quran is the most significant action. Because you started saying correct answer and then you deviated a little bit. You started saying that if the Quran would have not been compiled, the next generations would have lost it, number one, or it may have met the same fate as the other books had met. ठीक है, you may say Quran is the basic book of law for Islam. So if that was not compiled and saved, Islam would have taken wrong direction by making wrong laws. Second reason, right? Quran is the book of guidance for Muslims. It tells us right and wrong other than the laws. There are, two things. Laws are separate, and the guidance morally, socially is a separate thing, right? So if the Quran was not compiled and protected, Muslim might have lost their social values and the practices which they do, and that would weaken their faith. And
Miss,
you say that is Quran is a source of unity for the Muslims, because whatever difference of opinion they have, they believe in only one book. But if it was not compiled, right, and protected as Abu Bakr did, Muslim would have lost their unity and they would have become weakened, something like that. So four reasons why compilation of Quran is important.
Miss,
Action. Ji.
can we also add that it was hard for the believers to preach later on as they had no Quran, like it was
Excellent.
jumbled.
Perfect, perfect, very good point. Because Quran is the last book from God, and it is Muslims' duty to spread the message of Quran to others. If they would have not compiled and protected it safe, if Abu Bakr would have not, how Muslims can, don't write how. You say it was impossible for Muslim to preach the correct message to the next people to come till the day of judgment. Perfect point, Ibrahim. Miss, are there two questions from chapter 7 or chapter 8? Sorry, can't answer this. Somebody's asking me. Who else? Any other question? Any other confusion? Any other question?
Miss Ariba asked, can we go through 2022 winter 22 paper
Where she asked? In the chat?
in the chat box?
Acha, what is the number she's saying?
2022 winter 22.
2022 winter 22.
22.
This is question number 4.
Okay. Let me go there. This one.
Yeah, Miss, here they say like peacefully in their daily lives. So should
Give
we
an
include like
account of the
physical jihad?
ways Muslim can practice jihad peacefully in their daily lives. Huh? Bilkul. You just skip jihad bin nafs wala, qital. Just skip that. And the rest all is there, the answer.
Miss, but in the marking scheme it says jihad bin nafs right there.
नहीं, jihad of self. एक मिनट ठहरो. नहीं बेटे, ये उन्होंने wrong लिखा है. This is jihad bin nafs. Remember I told you the terms. Let me write just a minute. देखो, bin is wrong. This is the wrong word here. है. This is jihad bin nafs. ऐसे आप लिख सकते हैं इसको.
Mhm.
ठीक है, जिहादुन नफ्स. और ये क्या लिखा है उन्होंने? कल्ब. व्हाट डज कल्ब मीन? हार्ट,
It's hard.
दिल. ठीक है. तो यानी अपने दिल की जो योर हार्ट इज सेइंग आई वांना लिसन म्यूजिक, आई वांना गो फॉर म्यूजिक, वांना हैव अ बॉयफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड, दिस इज योर हार्ट विच इज सेइंग यू हैव टू फाइट अगेंस्ट इट। ठीक है, तो दिस इज जिहादुन नफ्स, द जिहाद ऑफ सेल्फ, ये वाला सही है, नॉट विद सेल्फ। ठीक है, तो
Miss, why
जो
can't we mention jihad in this?
जिहादुन नफ्स आप लिखेंगे, ठीक है, दैट इज अगेंस्ट योर ओन, अगेंस्ट वंस ओन इवल डिजायर्स। देखे, ये देखे ना, अगेंस्ट वन, अगेंस्ट इवल डिजायर्स। ठीक है, अपने आप को कंट्रोल करना। जो जिहाद बिन नफ्स है ना, दैट इज qital, हर्ब, last category in your book, so you don't include that because that is fight involved there, but this is done peacefully, you are doing your own jihad against shaitan. Shaitan is invisible, है ना, so you also have to fight invisibly, peacefully. You can take Allah's help, doubt, with knowledge, ignorance को, और ठीक है, जिहाद फिर against oppression and hypocrisy। क्या लिखा है, एक मिनट, we with pen, with wealth, this all, the all categories come, only qital you will skip। ठीक है, अरीबा इज इट क्लियर बेटा? ये देखो सारा तो उन्होंने लिखा हुआ है, बाकी सारी कैटेगरीज।
Yes, miss.
हम्म, अच्छा, पार्ट बी क्या है इसका? इन योर ओपिनियन हाउ डू मुस्लिम बेनिफिट फ्रॉम प्रैक्टिसिंग जिहाद इन देयर डेली लाइव्स? या बेनिफिट की यहाँ बात आ गई, पीछे क्या क्वेश्चन था कि गिव एन अकाउंट ऑफ द वेज, हाउ डिफरेंट वेज वी कैन प्रैक्टिस। ठीक है, सो वी आर राइटिंग डिफरेंट वेज, जिहाद, दिस जिहाद, दिस जिहाद, हाउ कैन वी डू दिस, हाउ कैन वी डू दिस। ठीक है ना, or you do use social media also bete here. I told you na, when you are writing about jihad with pen, so you write that today maybe with pen we can write print media, using articles, ठीक है, but social media also these days, a very impactful source of doing jihad is social media. And we write different channels names, yani maybe Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, right? So we can, if there is some wrong material coming against, so we can peacefully write the comments to correct those concepts. ठीक है, so do use social media also. अच्छा, in your answer, how the now the benefit, ठीक है, benefit from practicing jihad in daily lives, जी बताएं जरा। And I would say you go for this jihad of self, ठीक है, go for this by giving practical help to others। देखें, जिहाद with knowledge जो था ना, jihad with knowledge was there, I saw, uh, was it there or not? These doubts tell
In the
me।
notes booklet is there.
हाँ, in the notes booklet है ना, if it is not there it's okay। अच्छा चलो, take this jihad one's wealth, okay, jihad with oneself, which includes one's wealth, okay, okay, so now how,
Miss
if
Miss
you are doing jihad with wealth, how it is, uh, how do Muslims benefit from practicing jihad? Ji, somebody was saying something,
Miss, we have to learn jihad.
क्या मतलब? Definitely it is in the portion and the question has come. I said if any question has come in exam, in these past papers, it can be in your tomorrow's exam. And I explained in the class also. I'm not sure it is there in the paper or not. Don't leave everything and start preparing jihad only. And then you say, oh, miss, it didn't come. Or maybe it is there, I'm not sure. Acha. So
Miss,
here,
can you
see,
make
like
it sure
dawa.
again?
Huh?
Can you
Sorry?
confirm and tell it
What?
if the jihad is coming or not?
No, I don't
Yes,
know. I
Miss.
forgot the paper.
Miss, एक question बता दे क्या आना है?
Bhaijan, I forgot the paper. Wallahi, I'm fasting. I don't remember the paper.
वो हाँ ठीक है मिस, अगर आप कहती है फिर तो हम आपको ट्रस्ट कर सकते
थैंक यू सो मच। मैं भूल जाती हूँ, मैं क्यों याद रखूं? फिर मुझे जब पेपर सामने आता है ना, देन आई लुक, ओ ओके,
तो
दिस
वैसे
आई हैड गिवन।
आप देख ले फिर
हाँ
बता दे, हम वेट कर
हाँ, ये
लेते हैं।
अच्छी चॉइस है, बट आई विल नॉट डू दैट। फाइन, थैंक यू। अच्छा,
अच्छा।
ओके हियर, okay, so how do Muslim benefit, bete? Dekhen. Here you see, you have to write the benefits of practicing jihad. So you are doing dawa peacefully, है ना? As I said, you are writing the comments on social media. There is a rough, very bad material about Islam, and you are, justifying it, countering it. So this helps. How will it help Muslim? It will help the reputation of Islam, right? And it will help Muslims and non-Muslim both worldwide have a clearer understanding of Islam. This is how you benefit Muslims. Take a focus on this. Underline the keywords how and then benefits Muslim. Okay, then you keep adding the points. Okay, so for dawa, yani the mental jihad you are doing, wealth, you can write the jihad with wealth, and then you are helping and protecting those Muslims whose lives are at risk, and we are saving their lives. So this way, it helps Muslim community. और क्या लिख सकते हैं आप? Lisan wala, right? How does it help Muslims? You are using your tongue to spread the good and not the fitna, yani not the harming others, but to solve the issues, to make reconciliation between friends, not to make them fight, right? So you're using your tongue in proper way, that will bring brotherhood and affection in the community members, and this is how a Muslim get benefit from practicing jihad. I hope it's clear now. Benefits you have to write. Let's see what is next question. Describe, give a descriptive account of Muslims' belief in life after death and the Day of Judgment. Hmm. So Day of Judgment, everything will come in here. How it starts, minor judgment, major judgment, है ना? Individual yani person's death is a minor judgment. Everybody's is major judgment, and then what will happen on the Day of Judgment, and then after yani paradise and hell, and what in hell and what is in paradise. That life also, everything in detail. That life is called barzakh, right? When a person dies, individual person dies, his qiyamah, his day of judgment starts, right? But before the final judgment, that period is called barzakh. ठीक है? Any other question somebody has? देखें, how does the belief in life after death affect the daily lives of Muslims? How? You have to give example, है ना? Underline the keywords how. And how does the belief in life after death affect, देखें, affect the daily life of Muslims? G. Can somebody give me some points for this answer? Shabash.
To live a very righteous life, knowing that Allah is writing down the ministers of the good and bad.
नहीं, you can just say by writing down, nahi, you say that Muslim become conscious because they believe that they have to stand before God to face their consequences, ठीक है ना? Because we are talking about life after death, belief in life after death.
Okay, miss.
Consequence, why? What if Allah is writing, let him write, but what scares us, that we have to stand before him and answer for those all actions, है ना? Or
We
it's
have
being
to go
written
back
down.
to him. We
We
have to
have
go
to,
back to him itself.
that is the point which scares us or which keeps us conscious. For example, if you know that, okay, I'm, teaching you, but I will not take any exam. So you listen or not, doesn't matter, right? So our actions are written down or not, doesn't matter. But if we know that we have to stand before Allah to answer, why did I do this wrong? For that accountability makes me conscious. The feeling of that accountability. Any other point? How does the belief in life after death affect the daily life? Shabash. Hello, where are you? Here also in this
Miss
point they have mentioned
also they stay
accountable.
humble. Miss, they
Ji.
also stay humble throughout their life. Miss, in this, should we give an example or we just have to give a reason like this?
Examples. How it affects. How it affects. So why you expand it, na? You said that it helps them, it makes them humble. How? Why? Tell. Expand it. How, bete? How does it make him humble? You told me what it makes him. It makes him humble. How? Explain it. Shabash. Point is good. Explain it little bit.
Miss, it makes them humble by knowing that one day they will go to Allah and they will be accountable for each deed they do in this world, and will also meet Allah in the hereafter.
Bete, dekho, listen, my dear. Don't mix the points. Accountability part, we already had done one point. Yeah, na? It makes us conscious of our actions because we know that we will be accountable on the day of judgment. We have to tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, why did we this wrong? So that is one point. Second point, humility. If you are talking about, you can say it makes them humble because they know that they don't have power, and they know that their life can end any time. We were talking about major and minor judgment, है ना? Life after death. So anytime, next moment, my life can end. That feeling, that belief in life after death, that my life can finish anytime, end anytime, and I enter into my barzakh time period where I have to suffer for my actions. So that humility will not, that feeling will help me be humble, and I will not hurt others or
Miss, you
thinking.
can also
Hmm,
you can also add like Muslims are more motivated
to do
uh
good deeds.
to do good deeds in order to earn Allah's pleasure and to eventually
Perfect.
enter
Yeah,
paradise.
as it is given here also, है ना? This one.
Ji.
Okay. And repentance is another point. Doing good deeds is another point. Okay. And one more thing, you can say that the person becomes courageous, brave to bear the hardships of the life because they know that if they are bearing these hardships, they will be having a happy life in the hereafter. And whatever hardships we are having here, this is uh, yani
A
temporary,
test.
a
Yeah.
test and temporary. Okay, so they will end.
And then you can add the code, Miss, like
With
if Surah
every
Baqarah
कौन सा
الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا
Hello,
لله
inna
وإنا إليه.
lillahi wa inna. Yes, perfect, perfect. Yes, we can quote that. This is a sign of believers that they, whenever a calamity befalls on them, they say that we are from Allah and we have to go back to Him. So that belief in life after death helps them to go through the calamities with patience because they know this is temporary and we have to finally go back to Allah, and there we get the reward of our patience. So they remain patient. Very good point. Okay, so like this
Miss,
you can make up points. Yes.
Miss, for this, the part A, can we mention about like hell and heaven?
Here you have to mention because belief in life after death, you have to write a descriptive account of that. When you talk about life after death, isn't it paradise and hell only? What else is there in that life? Hannah? You have to mention definitely. Hell and heaven, and then the punishments given in hell and the rewards given in hell, paradise. It is actually such a good question. I mean, so much you can write. You can mention the. Have you prepared somewhere from good one somewhere? Okay, what are the pleasures of paradise? There will be four rivers. Which rivers will be there? River of honey, milk, water, and
This non-intoxicant.
Honey, wine,
honey, water, milk, and
Kosar,
wine.
Kosar.
wine, but non-intoxicant wine. Four rivers will be there. and there will be servants to serve them. They will just think of anything, just mention some luxuries of paradise also in this answer.
You will be able to meet Allah.
Yes, the best reward a person will get on the day of judgment is seeing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The best thing. And we are fasting, I hope, inshallah, है ना? So let's pray that we meet each other in Jannah together, है ना? Me and my students, inshallah, with our parents, with our
Inshallah.
siblings, with our children, and we are together seeing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How beautiful day
Inshallah.
that would be, inshallah, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Miss, will we study Islamic together again?
Okay. Huh?
Will we
Sorry?
study Islamic again
When?
in Jannah, inshallah? This will be so fun when we'll be sitting, inshallah, and then learning together.
Inshallah. Let's see. Okay, anything else? Shaba, jaldi batao, otherwise we'll end the class.
This can you mention about Qadar over here?
क्यों? नहीं. Why to mention Qadar here? Qadar is a totally different topic.
Okay.
Hmm. Yes, bete. Alas, shall we end then? So the question which was asked in the beginning, how to prepare caliphs, I would suggest you to go through the notes which we shared through, the links.
Ma'am,
Sir Javed,
during
हाँ जी.
Hazrat Osman's time, there's
हाँ
not
जी.
that many battles.
So don't prepare for battles. What they mostly ask for Hazrat Usman is the situation that was
Administrative.
Services and causes.
Means election,
revolt and its
administration, and his death.
causes. हाँ जी. Or if they ask that all the events of
It's also
the outline
a
the
question for services.
his services. Perfect. Yes.
Miss, if a question is asked about the main events, you should be from the caliph till his martyrdom, we should tell, no?
Sorry, what question asks?
If it asks the main events during that lifetime of during the caliphate of Hazrat Abu Bakr, so like his caliphate, then the what do you say, the battles with the false prophet, the battles with the
But
opposites,
you
and
will
then
skip the details. For example, if it is all the events of Hazrat Abu Bakr, है ना? So you can't write individually for each false prophet. So all false prophet will be one paragraph. Usama's expedition will be a small paragraph. Compilation of Quran will be a small paragraph, like that. Fight against, right? His
yes, miss.
administration will be, So then you cannot write separate. You can mention all the names, but yani you won't mention any event, but the details you can skip if all you have to write.
Miss, has a question come in IGCSE where it has tell us to write the main points or main events?
Main events wale, there are many questions that outline the main events of Hazrat Abu Bakr's time, for example. I think they ask. Okay, compilation of Quran. Acha, maybe if the question is why Abu Bakr is called the savior of Islam, suppose. है ना? What will you say?
Because of his service of compilation of the Holy Quran after the Battle of Yamama, where 70 Hufaz died, and it was suggested by Hazrat Umar to compile the book in a Quran form, and then you give a bit detail, and then you can tell how the Quran was compiled, and that's why he's
नहीं,
given.
bete, this is 4 marks
Miss,
question.
miss,
Suppose if it comes
miss
4 marks
false
question,
prophets.
can you write this
Miss, you
all
can
detail?
No, miss, if it's a 4-mark question, then you can explain why, but it's a 10-mark question, then you can explain the whole thing.
Then you have to write all achievements, right? But if it is 4 marks question, then you can shortly write as it is written here. See, 5 points are given here. So you can shortly write these points. ठीक है? Please go through these. अब देखिए military expeditions against Persians and Romans in Abu Bakr's time. As a comparison, it is given. It's a good one. This is Hazrat Umar's, huh? Or Hazrat Abu Bakr? Hazrat Abu Bakr.
Hazrat,
Hazrat Abu Bakr.
Miss, in these notes you sent, there was one document for the Battle of Yarmouk. So if we, for example, if we get a question in this and we write exactly like the same way, so is it fine?
Yeah, read from here also and read from, because I have not gone through all the material, Bete, I'm honest with you, right? So read from here also and read from the book also. Maybe if something new is in this, you can pick up, and if something new is in the book, you can pick up. Okay, and there will be many similarities, inshallah. But if there is something unique information, you can pick from both book and these notes. So this is now Hazrat Umar started. From where it started, I didn't notice. Here of Hazrat Umar. Okay, so do go through these notes because they are in bullet point form.
Miss, for army strength and like all the dates, do we just follow the book?
Yeah. If
Miss,
you have any
the book
confusion,
for Battle of
if
for
there
Battle
is
of
a
Qadisiyah,
confusion in here and the book, you can ask me and we can check in that main book. I have written corrections with me also. I think one correction was there, and maybe in the new book it is already corrected because I have the old version of book with me. It was, somebody was saying something.
Miss, in Battle of Bridge, in Battle of Buev, in Battle of Qadisiyah,
This year.
in Battle of Nehawand, yeah, sorry, Qadisiyah and Battle of Nehawand, there are some
Nehawand.
wrong Nehawand.
Nehawand.
all of these
Hmm.
all of these informations, there's some wrong informations.
Yeah,
In
Miss.
in our book,
In
Yeah,
the marking scheme, it's different, and in the book, it's different.
like Battle of Bridge, uh, the army of Muslims in the book it says 9,000, but then you made us correct to 10,000, and there are similar misunderstandings.
in Hazrat Umar's time, you are saying, huh?
Yes.
Okay, let's tally right now. Battle of Namariq. What's the strength? Is it given?
5,000.
Is it given in the book? Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
5,000. It took place in 13 AH near Kufa.
And the opponent party's strength is not given.
No.
Hmm. Are there battles mentioned against Roman empires? So you take whatever is in the book. In Battle of Bridge, 9,000 ko 10,000 we corrected. 4,000 Muslims martyred out of that, and 6,000 Persians killed. Battle of Buwaib. Yeah.
In
What was
Battle
the
of Buev,
question?
it doesn't tell when it took place, but the answer is 14 AH.
Right.
Like this is already in the notes booklet.
ठीक है. So please, yeah, go through that. What is missing at one place, it might be in the other place. And if there is some confusion, some clash, then you can ask. And those, again, those who feel it difficult, please keep 2-3 things open in front of you and make your own notes. That's how we do. Just the bullet points, your own. That will help you, inshallah, a lot for final revision. देखिए, military expeditions against Persia and Roman kind of comparison. Fall of Damascus. And I told you in the class that if you go like that, okay, Roman Empire, there are only 3, and the other all are Persian Empire. So that will help you again.
Miss, for Battle of Qadisiyah, for that, in the marking scheme, it was 12,000, and in the book, it's 28,000.
The Muslim strength,
Yes.
Battle of Qadisiyah. I think this book one is correct. This is correct. Mark scheme also sometimes has mistakes. It's okay. If you write the book one now, it's fine. They will accept it. Because this book is referred by them. As I said, don't make your own. Either use anyone. They say it will be correct. ठीक है?
Okay, Miss.
Miss,
That's
do you have
it.
any tips on how to learn paper 2? Like, because Miss, paper 2 has so many battles, so many subtopics. Like for the topic of prayer, there is Eid al-Adha, Eid al-Fitr,
But are they
Qaza prayer, Qasr
difficult?
prayer. Miss,
They're common sense. Just you have to revise some part, like important. And like this is the things you do normally in your whole life or whole year. So it's like you can write from your own points also, and also take from
Yes.
the book.
But just go through once that what points you need to mention, right?
ठीक.
And
लेकिन तब भी Miss,
always
there are so
remember,
many
in
battles.
one day, you can't learn everything. This is just going through, this is just revision time. For memorizing, you need to do it on daily basis. When I make you schedules, okay, weekly do this chapter, that is the time for memorizing. This is just for revision. But when you try to memorize everything now, then it becomes messy.
Acha,
ठीक
so
है?
like today we had to revise, not memorize.
Yes, it's a revision time, not memorizing time. And if there are some confusions, you can clear that. If you're trying to memorize everything here, how will it work? Never. That's why I gave you chapter-wise revision in the last 1.5 month. That was the memorizing time. Chalo, anyways,
Next time I will try to follow that.
write inshallah after exam. ठीक है?
Inshallah.
This will be there any other mocks or this is the last one?
I would take if you want, but the students themselves are not interested after that. Like, definitely now it's March, right? So after Eid only we can plan one if we plan. ठीक है? So it will be March. Oh, sorry. It will be April. So you will be having your ICT exams also starting from beginning of April.
Miss, I think
So
we'll
we'll end the
17.
class here. If you don't want to ask anything, we'll end the recording and then we can discuss if you want to.
Miss, the ICT and I think CS starts a bit late by a few days, and then ICT starts a bit early. So I think
Miss, our first exam is on the 2nd, and our